Hello NCAC Nation, and welcome back to another edition of The Rundown. On this week's show, we'll catch up on what's trending from around the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, September the 21st. Let's open on the volleyball court, where Hiram Jr. Lindsey Brewer had a standout performance on Saturday at the Kenyon Tri-Meet en route to earning NCAC Player of the Week honors. Brewer recorded 23 kills and a .458 hitting percentage in the Terriers' 3-1 league win over Kenyon to open the day. And then she added 20 kills and an impressive .633 hitting percentage in a 3-1 non-league win over Otterbein. In 8 total sets on the day, Brewer smashed 43 kills and accumulated a blistering .526 hitting percentage. In men's soccer action, Wittenberg is off to its best start since the 2008 season at 5-2-1 overall after posting 3 shutout wins last week against Mount St. Joseph 3-0, Defiance 2-0, and Earlham 4-0. Much of the Tigers' success from the week was due in part to the production of this week's NCAC Player of the Week selection, senior Brian Booten. Booten scored the game-winning goal against MSJ, netted the Tigers' second goal against Defiance, and then capped off his week by scoring 2 goals in the victory over Earlham. And we'll now head down to Wooster, Ohio, where the College of Wooster's men's cross-country team has stormed out of the gates fast this fall. The Fighting Scots are currently ranked 10th in the Great Lakes region in the most recent USTF-CCCA regional poll after winning back-to-back team championships at the Ohio Wesleyan Invitational and the Otterbein Invitational. In their most recent win at Otterbein last Saturday, the Scots saw 2 of their 5 scoring runners crack the top 5, with sophomore Blake Baccaro finishing 3rd with an 8K time of 26:50, and senior Joe David placing 4th with a time of 26:51. NCAC football action was highlighted by a primetime thriller on Saturday night in Delaware, Ohio, that saw Ohio Wesleyan topple league rival Kenyon 35-25. OU sophomore quarterback Dominic Orsini was crowned the NCAC Offensive Player of the Week after he had a hand in each of the Bishops' 5 touchdowns, including the eventual game winner on a 13-yard touchdown scamper that put the Bishops up 28-17 with 5:13 remaining in the third quarter. Orsini's game totals included 13 rushing attempts for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, which also included a 65-yard touchdown scamper that put OU up for good 21-17 in the third quarter. Orsini also completed 12 of 16 pass attempts for 150 yards and 2 additional touchdowns. And finally, we wrap up this week's show by helping Oberlin College celebrate the opening of its Austin E. Knowlton Athletics Complex last Saturday night prior to its homecoming football game against Wooster. This beautiful facility was made possible by an $8 million gift from the Austin E. Knowlton Foundation, while the multi-purpose field with synthetic turf and stadium lights are named in honor of 1951 Oberlin graduate Richard Dick Bailey. Oberlin's first all-weather multi-sport facility will support participation for football, men's and women's lacrosse, field hockey, and men's and women's soccer. The complex includes a state-of-the-art press box, home and away grandstands, a support facility that will be home to all men's and women's outdoor sports, and a clubhouse and social suite open to the entire campus community. And as always, NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can visit our website at www.northcoast.org. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. Well, that puts a wrap on this week's show, but be sure to join us again next week for another edition of The Rundown.